What's up, guys? It's Nello. Hope you guys are having a good day, night, evening, whatever it is. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the future of Apex Legends. Now, I have very strong opinions on these legends, the future of Apex, where Apex is right now, and the leaks that have occurred to obtain this information, and how the community has reacted. So we're going to go through all of that in this video. First things first, I just want to get straight into it. I want to talk about the leaks. When this got leaked, all of this stuff happened a while ago, by the way. I'm kind of late to the party, but I still wanted to cover it anyway. When the leak went down and this picture was shown, the community was kind of upset. A lot of them didn't believe this was real just because of the fake images that are up, especially for like Skyer, Newcastle, Uplink, Vantage, etc. Especially Phantom. I seen somebody say that's literally Octane, just retro colored, which is true. I don't know if you know this about game development, but things get stock images. They get placeholders. You're not gonna come up with a full 3D model. Like, let's say you're on season 10, you're not gonna come up with a full 3D model of your character in season 20. Like, you have to go bit by bit. So the Skyer, Newcastle, Uplink, Vantage, and Catalyst, I'm pretty sure are like real concept art. That's like genuine concept art. Phantom is obviously a mashup. Jester is not even there, and then Caliber is literally just Fuse. Of course, these things will get replacements. They will get actual 3D models, etc. once it is time to be released, just like Newcastle has gotten. But the community threw up into an absolute outrage about all of this. They were not feeling this at all. On one hand, I understand, yet on the totally opposite side, it's brand new content. It's new content for us. Why would you not want new content? I got thinking about it, and I kind of realized that leaks are hurting Apex a lot. It is like silently assassinating this game. It is hurting this game a lot. You know Overwatch right now, Overwatch 2. Let's say there was a leaker to leak all the future content that's coming out for like the next year, and they just leak all the content. The hype around that game will not be where it is right now. Apex is having all this content leaked, like two and a half years, maybe like 2 years worth of content just being straight leaked. We know what's to come in this game. We know what to expect. I mean, the in-between little seasons, those are supposed to be the small little updates to keep us going until the next major. Whoa! The next major. Wow! Brand new character. Haven't seen this before. Get to talking about it. Everyone gets chatting about it. What's happened is we have gotten this gigantic leak that contains up to like 15 plus seasons. I mean, up to season 15 plus. It's bad. It's bad. I'm hoping Respawn can maybe do some type of 180, 360 and do something crazy and surprise us, because if not, this game is gonna slowly just fade and die. Unless, and I propose this, unless another hero comes out like Seer, where they are quote unquote extremely broken. I do not think Seer was extremely broken upon launch. That's my full-fledged opinion. I don't think he was. I just think the community cries and complains about everything, and especially the pros, because they need everything to be fair in order for them to kind of predict things, which is kind of ironic because you want to be a pro at a battle royale, and a battle royale is all about randomness and RNG, but you want to be a pro and predict what's going to happen in an RNG game. Make it make sense. Anyway, Seer, in my opinion, was pretty fair. He was a strong hero, and that's what you need your heroes to be upon launch. You need them to be strong. You don't need a Mad Maggie. You don't need a Newcastle. You need your heroes to be strong. You need that talk going. You need people to come into that game and be like, wow, look at this character. They're doing this. Wow. and you need your community to get used to it and to try to find ways around it. Now, if your character is so powerful that there aren't ways around it, then that's when you nerf it. There were still ways around Seer. It's just within that first couple, within like the first 2 days, people did not want to deal with it. So the Respawn just nerfed it right off the bat. Didn't even give it a chance. Your heroes need to be strong upon release. They need to be extremely strong, and they need to be noticeable, and they need to have an impact. That is the only way that this game is going to gain like any type of attention or like clout. The only reason it has clout right now is because it is Apex Legends, one of the best battle royales out right now. But that can soon fade because we know what heroes are out, or we know what legends are coming to the game. Now, the community, what I have to say to them: lower your expectations. Lower your expectations. Respawn have a team working 24/7 to create this brand new content, so they can't really have like a boom season unless one season gets the sideline. Do you get what I'm saying? So like you had season 8. Season 8, in my opinion, was one of those sideline seasons. The events in there were extremely glitchy, not extremely polished the way it should have been. And why is that? Because season 9 came right after. Season 9 was that boom season. Season 6 with Rampart, you had no content. In my opinion, why is that? This can all just be speculation, and maybe I'm just putting on my big brain, my tinfoil hat for no reason. But season 6 was absolutely dry. Nothing was there. I love my girl Rampart. I made her to this day. But that season was extremely dry. It had nothing in it. Why is that? Because they had to put all their focus on this upcoming season that they wanted to go boom. And what was that season? Season 7. And when that season came out, boom, the player number skyrocketed. Right now, Newcastle's season is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be much better than what it is right now. So, this is my prediction. There will be another drought season. There will be another sideline season where the character itself or whatever the game modes in it are extremely dry and boring, and then you're going to have a boom season. Just boom, snap of a finger, dries the players back up. If they don't do that, Apex is going to be stale and possibly die. But let's get on to the characters. Now, when I talk about characters, I usually like to go in depth. I like to talk about their physical appearance, where I think they might be from, along with their abilities. So we're going to start with that. As for physical appearance, I think it's pretty good. I think what they're trying to go for is pretty good. Gibby is a larger man in himself. So, I mean, if you're trying to go for that super realism, I don't know, like, kind of like the Hunger Games, where it's like, if you were, let's say, larger than Hunger Games, you were going around, the chance of you surviving may be lower or whatever. Gibby's in the game, so having a larger woman like Vantage makes a lot of sense. Obviously, her design isn't done. Her jacket isn't complete. It's all roughly modeled. But it's enough of a look to understand, to get the gist of her character. From what I can see, she kind of looks like she's Asian. She might end up being Caucasian. I can't 100% tell. If you can, let me know. She has a G7 Scout in her hand, even though I think that's just the Bangalore's idol pose. Now, as for her abilities, I'm going to start with her tactical. Her tactical on PC is Q, and it's called Echo Launch. Launch towards your winged companion, Echo. Order Echo by tapping Q. Launch to Echo by holding Q. So, Echo, I think, is a bird. Obviously, she's going to be not throwable, but some type of projectile that you throw out will stay in the middle of the field, and you'll be able to kind of like teleport towards the Echo. There is a video of this actually in action out there. You can probably find it yourself. I'm not going to put it on here, but She launches herself to the Q. Now, that's not really what I'm worried about, right? I think as a sniper, because that's what her tag is, survivalist sniper. As a sniper, and obviously you can see it in her kit. As a sniper, I think it's very good. It's very good mobility for her to get out, just in case she absolutely needs to get out. She can get out. Her passive is called Sniper Kit. Tactical info available in ADS, unarmed, or any long range scopes. Legend name, shield rarity. What did that say? Teen size range? I think so. I don't know. Tactical info available in ADS, unarmed, or in any long range scopes. So while you're in your scope, right? I'm assuming this is in any scope. So let's say you have a G7 with a 2 times on it. You scope in, or a Kraber, whatever. You scope in on your enemy. You scope in on an enemy. You'll be able to see. I'm guessing you'll probably be able to see their health, maybe what weapon they have. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure like their shield, what type of shield they have, etc. That is very very useful, especially in competitive. I can see them building an entire comp around this. This can be extremely helpful. Okay, here's the worry part though. Her ultimate, Mark to Kill, a custom rifle which scans enemies and boosts damage for Vantage in her squad. Damage doubles for Vantage on successive shots. Team gets 15% bonus marked targets. I think that's what they said. Yeah. Okay. So she pulls out a custom sniper rifle. She gets a damage boost along with her squad. Okay. So the damage doubles if she gets if she succeeds in a shot. The team gets 15% bonus on marked targets. So if you scope in and mark a target, I'm guessing if you scope in and mark a target, your teammates get 15% damage bonus if you do mark that target, and if you do hit them. That ultimate seems pretty strong. It's very situational though, extremely situational. I can see it as a very good pounce ability, kind of like a predator ability, where you catch a team off guard and you can absolutely just wipe the floor with them. So Vantage seems like a very stay in the back character and kind of has an extremely good setup. So she has a really good setup. You can get a couple headshots off, get a body shot off. Your team gets extra damage. If you need to, you can get away, along with you knowing what your enemy has. If you know what your enemy has and you have advances on your team, you're shredding noobs. And this is why I call Vantage the noob stomper. Next season, Vantage is going to be the noob stomper. She's going to absolutely shred noobs. Noobs are not going to know what to do with. They're not going to know how to deal with her. Because if you have an experienced player who takes up Vantage, they're going to shred the entire lobby for the noobs. And we know how the matchmaking system is in Apex. Next character. The next League legend we have is Conduit. Now, I fully believe that Conduit is going to be female. The name just sounds feminine to me, and the rumor going around is that she is a female character. We have absolutely no picture for her, but her like codename is Empathetic Shielder. So she kind of reminds me of Watson in a way, and if you look up what a Conduit is, you can see that she relates to Watson. So I think as a support, we already have an electric defender. Now we're gonna have an electric support. So I really like that idea. I'm gonna start with her passive. I have this extremely loud playing going by my house, ruining my video. Stop it. Anyway, we have her passive, Capacitance. Conduit regenerates shield over time. Gain extra regen for each nearby ally. Having friendly banners also provides a bonus. Get them back in the fight. Regenerate shield over time. So her passive in a way is probably going to be like Octane's, where if she gets damaged, she'll automatically, regen shield over time. It's basically Watson's ult but as a passive. Um, Gain extra regen for each nearby ally. So, let's say you have I don't know what the percentages are gonna be, but let's say I'm just gonna put it in basic numbers. Let's say your regen is like 3. Let's say your regen is 3. If one of your teammates come by, it's probably gonna up it to 5%, and then if another teammate comes by, it might up it to like 7% or something like that. So so she's really team oriented, team heavy play. Having friendly banners also provides a bonus. So if you have a banner and it says get them back into the fight, I don't know what they mean by that last one. I don't know if by some chance he's able to fast revive or something like that. I'm not really sure. But having friendly banners also provides a bonus. You get another bonus on your shields. So with Condor, I'm guessing you're really not going to need a lot of shields with her. Like, you're really just pretty much good. You're probably maybe going to need shield cells. You're probably not going to need bats as much. And you'll be good. You'll be alright. Or maybe it's the other way around. But we'll see how it plays out. You'll be okay. And then we have her tactical. Arc Flash. Heals the shields of targeted allies at the cost of some of your own. Hold to target, release to fire. So she can give her allies shields. That is amazing. That is amazing. She can give her allies shields, but of course at the cost of your own. So I guess in a way, if you want to run around with bats, right, and then you give shields to your allies, and then you can pop a bat, or even if you give shields to your allies, you can let your passive, do the work and take over for that. That is amazing, amazing. I have no clue when she's gonna come out, but I am extremely excited for that. And then her ultimate, alternating current. Conduit launches an arc cluster bomb, damaging the shields of people near the blast. Heals Conduit shields based on damage dealt. So she launches an arc cluster bomb. So I'm gonna assume it's something like a regular grenade in Apex, but probably thrown like Ash's arc snare, damaging the shields of people near the blast. Heals Conduit's shields based on damage dealt. Her entire kit is I'm gonna hurt you, and I basically get rewarded for it, as you should, but it's in a different way. When it comes to your allies, they also get rewarded. So I could definitely see her being played as aggressive, even though this seems like a very defensive and supportive role. I can actually see her being played very aggressive. You gain up with a lot of shield cells or a lot of bats. You run into fights. You absolutely pop off. Let's say you have your ultimate. You pop off with the grenade. Boom, boom, boom. You get your shields back, right, with your passive and then the ultimate, and then you pass it off to your teammates to make sure they're good as they're attacking the other team. Just nonstop assault. Seems like an extremely useful support. And I can definitely see it being used in the AOGS, because not all of these heroes I can see is going to be healthy for the game or be very good played in the AOGS. But Conduit, I think we have W here. Next we have Scryer, Haunting Stalker. The concept art that we have for Scryer looks amazing. I hope that he genuinely looks like that in game. The glowing eye looks absolutely amazing. I'm gonna start with his passive. Spectator. Automatically optic haunt and spectate your killer. So here's the thing, right? I'm not really sure. I don't think, obviously these abilities aren't done, right? Like with some of these characters, their abilities aren't gonna be done because this passive is literally just spectating. It's death cam. That's basically what it is. And we don't have a death cam, but you can still spectate your killer when you die. So I'm just gonna say I believe that is a placeholder passive. I don't believe it's real. His tactical is Optic Hunt. Parasite trap that reveals the target's vision. I have no clue how this is gonna work. But from the picture, I'm going to assume that I'm just based off the picture. I'm gonna assume that you lay down some type of parasitic trap, and when the enemy steps into the range of the trap, maybe you're able to see what the enemy sees. So maybe, yeah, maybe you're able to see what the enemy sees. I don't know how that will work. I'm not sure how they would implement that. Again, this could be a placeholder or maybe just a in concept. I don't think Scryer is going to come out relatively soon. I do think he's probably like a next year's legend, because this still seems like a very in concept, in development type kit we have. And then his ultimate is Shadow Wall. Unleash a creeping wall of darkness that blocks sight and blinds enemies. Okay, so we have Sears Tactical from release date, but as an ability. I mean, as an ultimate. Unleash a creeping wall of darkness. So you're able to throw up a wall of darkness that blocks sight and blinds enemies. So let's say you throw up a wall and it's this black smoky wall and you can't see anything through it, and then it blinds enemies on top of that. So I don't know if you're gonna have like some type of flash grenade type explosion that glows off of your face, or what in the world is gonna go on. But his kit seems very, very in prototype, very, very in concept still. Like they're like just throwing ideas out there. Let's do this, and let's mess around and see how we can actually make it work in game. So Scryer, love the concept art, love the glowing eye. Seems kind of cool as a concept, but still in works. I want to speak about the leaks in retrospective. The leaks came out right before Newcastle did. And a lot of people, when some of the teasers came out in game for who the next legend was going to be, a lot of people assumed it was going to be some other character than Newcastle. But obviously, right off the bat, I was like, yes, Newcastle. Newcastle was, if you looked at the leaks, he was the most polished one. He was the most done one. And when you actually looked at the abilities, it was like, yeah, he's nearly done. And he ended up coming out in the leak, ended up being true. So going off of that, we could pretty much say, not 100%. Obviously, things can change, but I would say the leak that we're looking at is about 90% true. The things that are in there are what they're working on right now, along with whatever the event in the season is going to entail. But in retrospective, the leak is kind of confirmed to be real. When it comes to Uplink, there have already been multiple theories that in Lifeline's short story for the Outlands, that we have seen him already. I'm gonna show the picture right now. Now, obviously, I think it could be very, very possible, but at the same time, I don't think so. But it could be very, very plausible, and it wouldn't be the first time we've seen something like this. Now, if you take a look at the picture that I have on screen and the leaked roster, they look very, very similar. They look extremely similar. So, and then on top of the fact, he's also a support. And we see in the trailer he's taking care of individuals. So we can kind of, put A and B together. And it could be Uplink. It could be. But you never know. Anyway, on to his abilities. Now, in my opinion, Uplink is very much like Baptiste from Overwatch. His title card is Satellite Savior. I'm going to start with his passive. Network Communication. Gain 25% of recovery effects used in signal range. I'm going to assume that refers to his tactical. I might be slow. I don't know. His tactical. Shield Satellite. Release a satellite that follows allies to regenerate their shields and revive. This kind of reminds me of Slim from Evolve. Evolve is a 2015 game. It is a 4v1 based on 4 hunters and 1 monster. Slim was a healer that mostly did burst healing and healing over time via a bug that he sent out to an ally, and it would heal them over time as it hovers around them and tracks them. This very much seems exactly like that. And if that's the case, I might be an Uplink main. No, I'm kidding. But this very much seems exactly like that. And I think this might have relations to his passive. I'm not really sure. The signal range is throwing me off. Release a satellite that follows allies to regenerate their shields and revive. Regenerate the shields and revive, so it's not for health. It's for shields and resing. Resing, I can see that as extremely strong. Again, lifeline getting shafted. I've seen that as extremely strong. And the shields is interesting because when you think of healers, right, they normally heal your health, unless it's like Conduit or it's like Watson where they're electricity, so then it makes sense for them to focus on shields. But this guy is going to focus on shields, not heals. I'm assuming that the devs are trying to not replace Lifeline since she is an OG character and a lot of people love her. But it's kind of going to happen anyway. And it's already happened with Newcastle. Newcastle's pretty much replaced Lifeline. The ultimate Immortality Relay Beacon. Now this is where the Baptiste and the uplink mirror comes in. The deployable satellite beacon that prevents allies in the signal area from being downed. You're basically Baptiste from Overwatch, where you throw out the immortality beacon and you don't die. That is exactly what that is. You throw out the little beacon and you don't die. That is insane to me. That is insane to me. As a support, this is incredibly strong. This is incredibly strong. Not only will he be able to regen your shields, he can also do long revives, as well as whatever that 25% is, as well as stop you from being down with an immortality relay beacon. This is going to be go-to support. Skip Lifeline, okay, skip Lova, and maybe even skip Caliber. We're going to see him. Maybe even skip Caliber. And Conduit, I love her, but she's a gimmick support. Uplink is going to be the go-to support. When he comes out, he's going to be the go-to support. You want to play comps? You're trying to do something with comps? You're going to go Uplink. The man is going to be strong. Just like how Baptiste was strong when he came out because of the immortality beacon. Uplink is going to be the exact same way. Whew. Next we have Catalyst. Mark my words. This character will be the day Apex changes for the better or for the worse. Now, somehow, I have no clue how they have this. Leakers know exactly what season she's going to be in. They are saying that she is coming in season 15. They say it's in the files. They say they even have the hollow sprays that she is going to have, along with some of the animations that are going to be played when she does some of her abilities. There are videos roaming around right now of her abilities, and you can take a look at that. What we know is that this season is Newcastle season. Next season 14 is going to be Vantage season, and then season 15 is Catalyst. That's what we know. And if you take a very good look at the roster, those characters we just named off are the ones who actually have like concept art. Newcastle, Uplink, Vantage, and Catalyst, and Squire all have concept art. Now we know Newcastle is out. Vantage is next. Catalyst is going to be season 15, which leaves Squire and Uplink. God knows which one is coming first, but we're going to focus on Catalyst. She is a creative builder. A lot of people are calling her the Fortnite of Apex. She is going to come in and, firstly, she is going to cause a lot of drama within the community. A lot of people are going to be like, oh my god, you're copying Apex. You're copying Fortnite. I don't want to be here. This is why I don't want to play with Fortnite. I'm here for Apex. I'm here for movement. I'm not here for this, not here for that. And the competitive players are going to absolutely lose their minds because this is one of the best characters that have ever came to the game. Mark my words on that. At first, the competitive players are going to be shocked, but they're going to fall in love with the character and say how overpowered she is. On initial release, the casual scene will lose their minds. They will lose their ever-loving minds, and half of the community will leave, and half of them will stay. Half will leave in fear of this game becoming exactly like Fortnite, and the other half will stay realizing that this is extremely healthy for the game. Apex Legends is based off of movement, skill, and knowledge. And experience. This character has all of it tied into one. And if you know how they have Wraith sweats, it's not gonna be Wraith sweats. It's gonna be Catalyst sweats, because this character, she is made to just exploit every noob and exploit every weakness if you don't have experience in Apex. I already know I'm gonna main this character. As soon as he come out, I'm buying her. I'm maining her. I'm buying every skin for her, like the little simp I am. Because man, let me tell you something. This character might break the game. Talking about her abilities, let's start with her passive. Reinforce. Standing near your ferrofluid structures, doors, and other legends, placeables will strengthen their integrity and allow them to take significantly more damage. So she has something called ferrofluid. Now, if you take a look at the actual in-game footage that we have for her, the ferrofluid is this black, buildable, like almost venom from the Marvel, this venom type fluid, and she can build stuff with it. Now, for her passive, she basically gains significantly more damage standing near her ferrofluid structures, doors, and other legends placeables, which is very, very interesting, because see, she is a defense legend, and they seem to be going in this direction where with her, where if you, she's very team focused, she's team oriented, team focused, and it's a different type of defense legend than we've had before, right? We have ones that play stuff down, we have ones that do crowd control, area control, but she gains strength off of other people's like area denial. You see what I'm saying? So that passive is very, very interesting. Now we have her tactical Ferro Shot. On impact, the shot creates a ramp of hardened ferrofluid that can be extended with more shots. Can also be used to create platforms on walls. On impact, the shot creates a ramp of hardened ferrofluid. So, let's say you shoot it towards the ground. It's going to create this gigantic black ramp that you can use and you can run on it. Now, as we've seen in the footage, well, you can look it up, but it's this footage around that she can create multiple of these shots, and you can almost like build yourself, like Fortnite, you can kind of build yourself a little bridge. So if you're in a bad spot and you need to get somewhere else, or let's say you need to get to an enemy who's up high, you can build yourself this little ramp, and you can run up on it. Extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. Can also be used to create platforms on walls. So you can also create platforms on walls. This is just this is insane. I never thought Apex would come to this day where we're building in Apex. We're building stuff in Apex, unless it's like Rampart. But we're like actually building structures in Apex. Never thought I'd see the day. Her ultimate, Iron Tower. Ferrofluid rises up from below, pushing you upwards while creating a tall, solid column under you. She shoots this black, almost castle-like ferrofluid, and it shoots up. Now, when you see in the video, obviously it's the textures and everything aren't done. But she just shoots straight up, and you're able to stay on top of the tower. Now, I don't exactly know what significance that will have in game. We're just gonna have to get it in our hands and try it ourselves, because that honestly seems like a way just to get shot by a Kraber, right? Get shot by a Sentinel and absolutely die. I guess it can be used for extreme crowd control, or if you have a caustic and you have some type of setup you want to run, or something extremely crazy, or if you have an octane, you do your little rise if you need it, jump pad, Revtane all over again, Catalyst, Octane, Revenant, something like that. I don't know the extreme importance of it and how it can be used in game, but that's why we have experienced players figure that out for us. Now we have Phantom. Now, I'm not here to worry anyone, but a lot of people are saying that Phantom already came out, and it came out in the form of Fade from Apex Mobile. Why are they saying that? Why are we trying to take away from what we could possibly have? Why are we saying that? Well, it's very simple. Just take a look at Phantom's actual abilities. Now, again, this can just be a simple case of the character isn't finished, and this is like next year sometime. This is like a next year legend sometime. This is just a very early concept. But let me just kind of explain why I think Phantom actually already came out as Fade, and this can also be a huge worry for the rest of the leaks, for this entire leaked roster, because half of these legends that are on here could just literally be mobile exclusives. And if that's the case, Respawn, you are in trouble. What are Phantom's abilities? Let's run through these abilities real fast. First, for your passive, you have double jump. And let me remind you, this is a character, okay, just going off of the concept art that we have for the other characters, and no concept art we have for Phantom, Jester, or Caliber. I'm going to assume that Phantom is coming out after Catalyst, Uplink, and Squire. You mean to tell me that we are going to have a builder and conduit? We're going to have a builder, literally a visionary legend, and then another support legend that can do crazy things, and the next thing you're going to have for your legend is double jump? Do you see how that sounds? Anyway, let's just run on. Pressing the jump button while in air allows you to jump again. Crickets. Hey, that's Octane. That's already Octane. Tactical hook shot. Hook to a wall and hang off of it for a short time. Sounds cool. Don't think it's an actual ability, because who in the world would do that? Like what benefit does it have actually in game? What benefit does it have besides ratting? And Respawn already doesn't want to encourage ratting. Doesn't make sense. And then the last one is a void grenade. I can't even read it because it's in black, but I know it's a grenade from the video, the leak video again. It's a grenade you throw, and then like it sends you into like this void where you can't take damage. So it's basically like Wraith's tactical, but as a grenade. This is supposed to be a future legend? Who's gonna play Phantom? You can't have a name like Phantom, and then he comes out, and then he has abilities like this. I'm sorry, nobody's gonna play him. He's never gonna be played. So why do I think this is Fade? I'll read off Phantom's abilities. Let's take a look at Fade's abilities. Now, Fade. The very first thing we have here is passive Slipstream. Fade gains a short movement speed boost at the end of his slides. Sounds very familiar to Phantom's passive. It's movement. Tactical flashback. Fade's suit rips him backwards through another dimension, phasing him to a previous location. That sounds way better than the tactical hook shot that Phantoms had. And then the ultimate phase chamber. Fade throws an activator core from his suit. The resulting explosion phases everyone within a radius for a few seconds, making them unable to deal or receive damage. That is literally Phantom's ultimate. Literally Phantom's ultimate. I would be hard pressed. I will be hard pressed to not say that Phantom isn't Fade. I believe that Phantom is Fade. And if that's the case, now again I could be wrong, but if that's the case, then I am extremely worried for the rest of the roster. Because I was excited for Apex Mobile until I learned that they were coming out with Legend exclusives, because this puts a gigantic rift in between the actual community. Because now you have people who are playing mobile that will have Legend exclusives and probably have better Legends than us. They already have more game modes than us. They actually have TDM. We don't have TDM. We have 3v3. We don't have Team Deathmatch. They already have all these other modes. They have better training modes. They have all this other stuff that we don't have. and now they're getting exclusive Legends Rhapsody of support just came out for them, and they got Fade. You know how many people would love to play Fade in PC and console? But again, like I said in a previous video when I was talking about the trailer for season 2 mobile, they need a reason for people to come and play mobile. I get that, but man, it sucks just looking at mobile and being like, dang, bro, Fade, he's being played on mobile, and we can actually have him in console. We can take it to the next level. Yeah, it's cool for him to be there, but guess what? The casuals, they're gonna play him and they're gonna move on. They're not gonna care. But us, the console players, the PC players, we care. We're gonna try to take these characters to the next level, and that's what I want him to be. I don't want Fade to be a gimmick legend. When I look at mobile, I see him as a gimmick legend. I don't see him as an actual legend. I want him to be an actual legend. Look at his design. Look at what he does. Have you seen his gameplay? We can take him to the next level. We can do crazy stuff with him. And I don't want him to be just stuck as a mobile legend. Phantom, I don't think it's coming because he is Fade. So the next legend we have is Jester, and a lot of people say that there's more than meets the eye with him. A lot of people are saying that he has ties to the original Titanfall lore. I don't know if he was a character in the game. I did play Titanfall, but I don't remember a lot about it. I'm gonna start with his passive though. Jester can turn any grenade into a proximity mine that sticks to surfaces. Press B to toggle between modes. Spawn with a frag grenade. That is extremely powerful. That is extremely powerful and useful. I feel like Jester is kind of going to be a Mirage. You kind of underplay him, but if you underplay him too much, he's going to get up on you, like Mirage. I feel like he's going to be really good against noobs. I don't know how he's going to work in composition, in comps, in AOGS. I have no clue. But it seems like if you have decent experience with him, you can definitely be a noob stomper. So he can pick up any grenade and turn it into a proximity mine, and he spawns with a frag grenade. So as soon as you jump off the spawn, as soon as you come from the dropship, you have a grenade on you. So if you're in a bad spot, you can't find any weapon, you can't find anything, you at least have a grenade with Jester. And if you hit a good throw or turn it into a proximity mine, you can down somebody just off jump. His tactical is Spectre Drop. Call in a drop pod with 3 Spectres to guard an area. Only one set can be active at a time. Spectres were something that were in Titanfall 2. They were a group of robots. Like I said, I played Titanfall 2. I didn't really play it too much though, so I can't really go too in depth with that. But it says call in 3 to stand on guard. So I'm guessing they're gonna, kind of come out like Lifeline's drone. They're gonna open up. You have 3 of them walking out, probably with guns. So they're probably gonna be like, I don't know, kind of like Mirage clones, but they're gonna attack you. Only one set can be active at a time. So you can't have like 6 on the field or like something crazy like that. You can only have 3 at a time. 3 Spectres at a time. His ultimate is Cloak Field. Creates a short-lived cloaking device that hides all players in a small area. Cloak lasts for 6 seconds after leaving the cloak field. That is awesome. Cloaking. So, like I said, he's kind of similar to Mirage, but with this cloaking device, I'm guessing it'll either radiate from his body or probably, I don't know, become some type of throwable where he does the ult, and then you become invisible for a small amount of time, and then after the ability has ended, you'll still remain cloaked for at least 6 seconds. So that's pretty powerful, especially if you're like in a tight spot. If you're using cloak, I'm not really sure how is it going to show off in game. Are you completely invisible? Is there still some type of percentage of you that's visible? Is it more like a is it completely invisible, or is it more like a shine, like a sheer, where you can kind of see through it a little bit if you're close enough? I don't know how that's gonna work. But Jester definitely seems like a fun character. These are the type of things we like. We like new ideas. We like to see new things that are not completely damaging for the game. Like, this isn't completely damaging, but it's fun. It's fun to see. How bad is he gonna be? We don't know. Like with Seer recently, everybody trashed on him after he got that nerf. Even though I still believe he's pretty good. Everybody trashed on him after he got that nerf, and now he's all of a sudden he's one of the most picked in the ALGS and most picked just in pubs now. So anything can happen. Anything can happen. Now we have a legend that concerns me greatly, and I'm hoping this is like a one-time thing, and they're not gonna continue with this type of thought process when creating a legend. Okay, this game is about movement, experience, rotations, just good experience and movement. We have Caliber, Apex arms dealer, and his entire kit even had Imperial Hal worrying. This man is focused around turrets and Apex Legends. This is not Overwatch, okay? This is not Overwatch. This greatly concerns me. Alright? See, the thing about Rampart is that she is a moving turret. She is a mobile turret. And when Season 6 already came out, a lot of people already didn't like her because she had a turret. She had these gigantic walls. It just made it harder for people to advance. They already didn't like it. But with this, passive. A sling where you can store a third weapon. Access via inventory or H. A passive where a legend can store a third weapon. Jesus Christ. So basically, if he wanted to, he could walk around with R301, flatline, wingman, and just dominate the end. Like, bro, what? That is insane. Tactical. Suppressor turret. Deploy a makeshift turret from a copy of your active weapon. I'm going to read that again for you guys. Deploy a makeshift turret from a copy of your active weapon. Bro. Let's say I grab a Kraber. Alright. It is my active weapon. This is the weapon I have holstered out right now. And I press my tactical. Not my ultimate. This is my tactical. I make a turret out of the weapon I am using. Bro, what? That is insane. Like this okay. We just covered Jester. Jester is creative. This is destructive. These are things that are like destroying, that are going to destroy the game. We like meta changes. We like that type of stuff, but this is not a healthy meta change. This promotes camping. This promotes sitting in buildings. I'm not trying to go back to caustic meta. I love my boy Caustic. But I'm pretty sure all you guys can agree that the Gibraltar Wraith caustic meta was some of the worst times in Apex. I think we can agree. Ultimate autoloader. Deploy a box that feeds ammo directly into nearby players' current weapons. This man, pair him up. Let's get a seer. Let's get a seer, a caliber, and a rampart. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Bro, this man, caliber worries me greatly for Apex. He worries me. But that actually brings me to my next topic. I just want to sum up this video real fast. I am gravely concerned for the future of Apex. The devs themselves, I'm not going to talk about what are they doing now, but what are they to do in the future? Of course, these are devs who are trying to think ahead of time. They're trying to think ahead of the meta. They're trying to think what is healthy, what is not healthy for the game. I don't think they would intentionally add something that is not healthy for the game. So, taking that into thought and seeing how Caliber is probably going to be one of the later legends, what is in store for us in the near future? What is in store for us? Because when you add legends like these, normally characters like these, same thing with Overwatch, you add them to shake up the current meta. So what is their prediction of what the meta is going to become? That, and also when it comes to these leaks, I can't imagine working on a project, trying to, especially if you're in the marketing field, trying to come up with a good marketing strategy, creating these trailers, doing all of this hype and cinematics and all of this stuff just for your legend to be leaked by some random guy, maybe in the studio or on Twitter, a years ahead of time. That 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 must hurt. It genuinely must hurt. I like knowing about this stuff because it keeps my interest in the game and it keeps a lot of people interested in the game. But at the same time, it hurts the devs, and it might even hurt their pockets just a little bit. Because if some people see what's to come for Apex and they're like, nope, don't want to deal with it, they will not tune in, and they will not get online and play that season because they already seen what's to come. My opinion on leaks are 50-50. I like them because it's cool to see what's coming, but at the same time, I hate them because it negatively impacts the future. Potentially. All of this is, it can be good, it can be bad. It's 2022. We still got 2023. I'm gonna say this game might last 2024, 2025 if they're lucky, 2025 if they really push it. But I'm gonna say this game is probably gonna last until 24, and then it'll probably die out. But we'll see. It's Nello. Enjoy your day. Peace.